10 a.m. Commissioner Court within County Administration Building, 200 South Texas Avenue, Suite 106. First item on the agenda is invocation, pledge of allegiance to the U.S. Texas flag. Chaplain G.H. Jones and Commissioner Collins will lead.
Our Father and God, I want to thank you for this day. This is your day that you have made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Pray for Helen Queen, the hour of sorrow and the hour of bereavement. Give them the strength that they need in the days that lie ahead of them. We pray for those in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who lost their lives and lost all of their possessions. Be with them and bless every individual there in Louisiana and the governor and all of those individuals. We pray for our county judge, the county commissioners, as they do business for Brazos County. Always lead them and guide them in the right direction and in the right path. Pray for the Brazos County Brazos family. Pray for Texas. Pray for America. Pray for our troops and all of our law enforcement officers, that you take care of them and protect them each and every day you let them live. Now, God, be with each of us throughout this day. And everybody says amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Chaplain Jones. Second item on the agenda is call for citizens' input and or concerns. Hearing none, we'll consider and take action on agenda items 3 through 40. Number 3 is proclamation 16-029, recognizing the members of the Brazos Valley Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Inc. during the 30th anniversary of Brazos County.
I move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. I don't think there's anyone here to read.
I am a member of, but you don't have to read it for my benefit.
Okay, thanks, Commissioner. Number 4 is order to relocate Momentum Vote Center to the Bryan Ballroom.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is acceptance of a request from David Patterson to be removed from the BB-COG Criminal Justice Advisory Committee effective immediately.
Move approval.
Second. Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 6, appointment of Dawn Marie Belka to the BB-COG Criminal Justice Advisory Committee. Term of appointment is 8/16/2016 and to 3/31/2018.
Move. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 7 is approve out-of-state travel to Washington, D.C. for Brazos County deputies to support the 2017 presidential inauguration security operation.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8, sheriff and constable fees to become effective January 1, 2017.
Move approval. Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is approve the Brazos County District Clerk archival plan to collect the $10 fee from court filings.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10 is approve the Brazos County Clerk archival plan to collect $5 fee for court filings and $10 for non-court filings.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is approval of daily amount for reimbursement expense for a person who reports to jury service for fiscal year 2017, and it's $6 a day for the first day and $40 for each day thereafter.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is approval of nonprofit agencies for jurors to have the option to donate all or part of the juror payments for fiscal year 2017 in the Crime Victims Compensation Fund, Brazos County Child Welfare Board.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is approval of juror payment authorization for fiscal year 2017.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is payment authorization to FN Plow Construction Company in the amount of $48,824.61 for increase to spray rate change to provide sufficient embedment depth for road aggregate, which exceeds purchase order numbers 1600291.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 15 is payment authorization to inline traffic maintenance in the amount of $3,348.55 to county road striping. Purchase orders number 1600349 was exceeded due to error in linear foot measurement of the project.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is ratification and approval of purchase order number 1600391 to Odyssey Ware, Inc. for the purchase of 20 renewal licenses to automatically renew the contract with Odyssey Ware, Inc. once payment is received.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17 is request approval of purchase order of Dodge Chargers for FY17 capital in the amount of $307,000.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 18 is approval of update of section 4.05.03 work schedule and works week.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 19 is consider to take action to increase the liability coverage from $2 million to $3 million for law enforcement and public officials.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 20 is approval of the savings maintenance grant contract between the Office of Attorney General and Brazos County.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 21 is title 4E Child Welfare Services and Legal FY 2017 contract number 239400058 and 239400059.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 22 is discuss and take possible action on a renewal contract with Cameron County for juvenile residential services.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 23 is discussion and possible action on renewal contract with Hayes County for juvenile residential services.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 24 is discuss and take possible action on renewal contract with Hayes County for juvenile residential services.
Move for approval. Second.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 25, discuss and take possible action on renewal contract with Grayson County Juvenile Residential Services.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 26 is discussion and action on renewal of contract with Rite of Passage, Inc. for juvenile residential services. Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I think we will skip number 27 temporarily. Let's go ahead and get through because I think we'll need to go into executive session for just a short amount of time to do some of that consideration. So we're going to skip right now number 27. We'll go to number 28. 28's Fleet Services is requesting the county asset number A0010001647, a 2009 Chevrolet Silverado to be transferred to Facility Services, and the unit number to be changed to FS2553.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 29 is renewal of contract 17-01R for vehicle equipment installation with Mobile Toys, Inc.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 30 is renewal of contract 17-077R with Airbus DS Communications, Inc. for emergency notification system for Brazos County.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 31 is approving contract number 17-090 with Thompson Reuters Westlaw for online subscription service for the district attorney's office.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 32 is consider and take action on settlement agreement release with Allison Toms and Patricia A. Claiborne for compensation for use of their property during construction of temporary detour replacement of roadway culvert on Rustic Oaks Drive. The compensation is now $1,000. Site is located in precinct 2.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 33 is consider and take action on Atlas Energy Corporation utility permit to construct a road board for an 8-inch pipeline crossing under Silver Hill Road, 1,550 foot northeast of Goodson Bend Road. Crossing will maintain a minimum depth of 10 foot below the ditch flow line. Site's located precinct 4.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 34, consider and take action on the request for the following individuals for the waiver of penalty and interest due to mailing their tax payment to the old tax address.
Move approval.
Hold on just a minute. I think maybe we need to get our attorney, maybe, I'd be okay with it as long as it meets the law, but I want to make sure that whether our attorney is comfortable that this is or is not under the statute. Bill?
Hi, Commissioners, and Ms. Rose here in case I mess up. But the property code only provides for certain types of waivers, and it's in Chapter 33. And unfortunately, these particular waivers were, the taxes were sent to the wrong, actually, the payment was sent to the wrong address because of the movement of the property building, the tax building is not one of those waivers. So I don't believe it's even a conditional waivers. Yes. So
It would be a waiver had this been within a year of the move from the old tax office to the new tax office.
Yes, that's correct.
Because it's over a year since you moved, the July 31st date, I guess, is when this was due, and y'all moved in like April of 2015?
We actually moved and opened this new location on May 8th of last year. And the deadline for these particular payments, which were half payments primarily, was June 30th. So the deadline fell roughly a month, just over a month, beyond that one-year time frame where the tax code says that it can be considered. And all of these people fell under all of the other criteria. They paid within 21 days of notification of the delinquency. They paid the balances. But the code actually says you may consider it if it's done within a year. And it was mailed to the address that used to be correct. So they're just outside of that window at this point.
Yes.
So if we had moved,
In June.
in August of last year, everything,
Mhm.
we could forgive that
Yes.
as penalty, but because we moved just over a year ago, it doesn't comply with the law, which then causes us a problem, because I don't even think we have the authority to waive the penalty and interest because of that. I mean, if it doesn't meet the statute, it's always been my understanding, unless it's there, it gives us a legitimate reason to be able to do it, we can't do it.
That's correct. The statute provides a limited window for the commissioners to actually forgive penalties and interest, but it has to fall within those parameters.
And it's extremely unfortunate that these people did mail their tax payment in a timely manner and prove that they did it in a timely manner. The problem is that that timely manner went to the wrong address, and we just don't have the authority, it doesn't look like, to be able to waive the penalty and interest. And I hate that it's that way.
So it's unfortunate, but there's quite a few of the statutes that unfortunately don't provide the commissioners with that latitude, and this is one of them.
But the new address is on the statement.
Yeah, there's no question that the new address on there, it was, the individuals didn't pick it up, And I guess we still have, even next year, there could be some that got their payment in early this year, so they didn't, even if it went to the wrong address, I think the post office forwards them for 6 months and then stop forwarding, and then they mail it back to the individual. And that's what happened in most of these cases that I saw, is that they got their statement back. Of course, they mailed it a day or two ahead of time, which would have complied if they mailed it to the right address. But then they got it back, and it was too late to catch without a penalty. And so we could have some folks maybe next year that weren't aware. They could have mailed theirs because they got it early enough before that 6-month period, and it might have been forwarded, so maybe they didn't correct their systems. We could have this problem.
We actually had a year forwarding order, and so we may have seen a lot of people that mailed to the wrong address in January, December, all those payments. We don't know. We don't have the time to stop and really vet each one of those. We're trying to get the payments posted. So we do see that as a possibility coming up, and several of these people were people who have programmed it into their personal bank. And so the address is programmed into their bank, and they just tell it, go pay that bill, and don't look at the address that's being mailed to them. So it's a concern for us for this coming year.
Okay, all that said, it just doesn't look like we would have the authority to waive penalty and interest. There's just not anything in the law that gives us that authority in this case. So, need a motion to act on.
Well, does Commissioner Allen want to withdraw his motion to approve?
He didn't finish it.
Or he didn't finish it, okay.
Yeah. So I stopped. So,
Move that we disallow.
move not to approve.
Right. A through HH. We don't have a choice.
Okay.
You know, it's all backed up, the envelopes are in there, it's backed up, but if that's the law and that's what it says that we can do, and we can't do it.
Okay, I've got a motion to.
Second.
Motion and a second to not approve, number 34. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 35 is tax refund application for following.
May I offer a motion that we approve A through F?
Motion made, seconded to approve these tax refunds, which are overpayments. So this is a totally different deal. It's those people that paid more than what they should have paid, on their tax, and there's certainly, in the law that we can refund money that they've overpaid. Okay, motion made, seconded, any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 36 is budget amendments. Budget amendments FY 15/16, 46.1 through 46.6.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 37 is personnel change of status.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 38 is payment of claims. Claims to be paid by Brazos County. Claim number 714-7211 through claim number 714-7452. Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we will go back, well, yeah, we can do that. We can go back up to number 17.
Are we gonna have executive first?
I think we'll have a presentation by Bill about the sale of the property, and then we can go into executive session. We can go ahead while we're down there, we can go ahead and catch the sheriff's, report on inmate population. Sure.
All right.
Okay.
The peak in the last 24 hours is 620. We have 64 with ankle monitors and 16 are pending.
Okay. Thanks, Sheriff. Okay, now we'll go back up.
We're gonna have fun creating these minutes back and forth.
I'm not sure, what number was that?
Number 17, I think.
17?
No, that's not
No.
it.
27 was the
Yeah, 27.
real estate.
So we'll go back up to 27, considering consideration of bid received and potential award of bid number 2016-195, sale of land at Park Hudson. So Bill, you want to kind of?
Yes, sir, actually, Mr. Wentz gonna get us started.
Okay, all right, good.
I didn't realize there was anything in
That's
the
fine.
minutes.
So, we, per the statute, we led a competitive bid solicitation for the sale of property in Park Hudson, and we received one bid from the Brazos Central Appraisal District. And so, as a conditions of their bid, there were several of them that y'all have in your packet. One of them is that the dirt that currently resides, that was relocated from the construction of our tax office, they wanted that brought down to the native soil level. And then they also reserved, they also wanted to reserve the right to buy an additional 1/4 acre of, to the north, towards the direction of the oil well property, oil pad that's still there. And then they also reserved it on financing, and approval of the entities that make up the jurisdictions. So, this is effectively the property. The dark rectangle is the county's property that resides the tax office and the other site next to it, so this will be below that, that we're looking at buying at the corner of Pendleton. And so the property that they're looking at, want to potentially buy in the future would be to the left onto the oil well pad that sits catty corner there. So it would essentially, the lot for sale is the Lot 2, Block 1, and it would be north of that, as the picture sits. And then aerially, this is oriented, north is straight up, south is down, so it's not a true north that they request, but I think their intent is to go kind of northeast onto the oil well pad. And you can see the dirt mounds at the bottom center of the picture and to the left there that they're requesting to be moved at some point in time prior to closing. So these are the items that they're requesting. This is what we received.
Commissioner, there's a few, issues for you to consider that you may wish to go into executive session. Consider those issues and then return, seek further education.
Okay, if there's no other discussion right now, then we'll go into executive session. Step down to number 39, and convene an executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code, Section 551.072, to discuss real estate property. And we'll need the commissioners, Candy, and the attorneys, and I think that maybe Charles there for the executive session. The time is 10:29, and then we'll come back out and come back up to number 27. Okay. All right, and we'll come back to 27 and have a public discussion and take action.
Thank you.
back out of executive sessions, 10:54. We're gonna move back up to number 27, which is consideration of bid received and potential award of bid 2016-195 sales within Park Hudson. Bill, you wanna kind of
Yes, sir.
summarize?
As Mr. Went has spoken earlier, there is a bid before the Commissioners Court, and it did come in with some conditions, and I'll just number these. First of all, the seller at seller's expense will remove the fill soil, and per discussions with the bidder, the Commissioners Court in Brazos County is willing to level that soil, to remove it from the subject property, but it will be leveled. It won't be actually physically removed from that area, but held for use or future use by Brazos County, and I believe that is in agreement with the bidder. Second, the contract will be subject to the approval of the taxing jurisdictions. I believe the Commissioners Court is in agreement with that condition. Third, the contract will terminate without recourse if any of the jurisdictions fail to approve the acquisition of land and the funding is not available for that. I believe the Commissioners are agreeable to that condition. Finally, the buyer has the option to purchase an additional quarter of an acre within 12 months, and that is in agreement with the Commissioners Court with one or two provisos. One, that line is approximately parallel to the northwest boundary of that subject property. And second, that the purchaser or the bidder understands that there is a stormwater drainage system approximately or below approximately that property line, and that there will be a drainage easement assigned to that plat, and that no permanent structure can be built on there, although parking and other non-permanent or temporary type structures can be built on top of there. And that, I believe, is the Commissioner's response to the conditions of the bid. With those in mind, then I would ask, I'm sorry, Judge.
I just, one question, replatting of all this, I mean, and the survey and all that, I guess the bidder...
That was a condition from the bidders, is that they will take care of the administrative replatting of that property.
I would like to offer a motion that we accept the bid.
Motion made, seconded. Is there any more discussion?
If they need any of the dirt, we're gonna level, we'll sell it back to them, is that right?
It belongs to us.
Okay.
We can do what we want to with it.
I just wanna make sure Bill Leroy knew that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carried. I think the next item on the agenda is
Well, we did do announcements first off first.
Announcement of number 42 is announcement of bid advertising and possible future agenda topics. Hearing none, number 43 is called for citizen input and or concern.